Yeah, absolutely. You know, what we were talking about before we started rolling was how are cafes operating, how are they profiting, and their location.
Yeah.
Lately, I've been feeling that it is adapted and stagnant and it's bland. And their burger is just so well balanced and it's 18 dirhams.
Okay.
Like 18 dirhams for a smash burger. Phenomenal.
You take the major cities, London, Paris, New York,
Pure fine dining in Dubai is more expensive.
more expensive.
Three times.
Why is it?
Just because it's Dubai.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you're paying for the chemical at that point. Real organic, real true organic, go plant it yourself, harvest it yourself, take it inside. What people are doing wrong is every corner, every district between Maidan to Palm to Jumeirah, every corner has just a standalone mom and pop cafe shop.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Dubai Uncovered. Today we have a very, very important guest with us. He is a culinary expert. He is an expert in event management. And I'll take this floor and introduce Albert. Albert, thanks for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
And after the show, you are definitely going to walk away with a lot of information on the culinary scene in Dubai and the event management scene in Dubai. Albert, I'll give you the floor to introduce yourself and take this forward.
Appreciate it. What a warm welcome. My name is Albert Valentine. A lot of people in the industry know me as Valentine the Chef. I own and operate a business called Chef's Table, which is a one-stop shop for culinary experiences, event management, and generally A to Z hospitality. Been in Dubai 5 years, and it's been a journey of 5 years here.
Nice.
Yeah.
One question I had in mind. Here we talked about the culinary part of it. Yeah, there is another section in the restaurant, in the cafe scene, which is the shisha section.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you share some light on that as to how do you see that expanding or reducing?
How do I feel about it more so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just your opinion about that.
I'm an avid shisha smoker. I love shisha.
Okay.
Right.
Very nice.
I think there's a time, a place, and a concept for shisha.
Yeah.
If you're focused as a chef, I would hate to curate a menu and an experience, and people are too busy smoking shisha than actually experiencing that menu. However, if you go to a concept like Beiruti,
Yeah.
Beiruti is a great concept because it's casual food and shisha.
And shisha.
So there's a time and place for it and a concept for it. I love the difference, in this region as opposed to the Western region. Back home, I can't smoke in any store. I can't smoke anywhere.
Why is that?
It's the law. You can't smoke cigarettes. You can't do, and if there are very, very few places, actually, the law changed as well. Like you're not even allowed to have shisha spots. There is now a few that push the limit. They get fined like crazy, but
Okay.
here every other place has it. Back home, it's like it's a luxury.
Oh.
So you see the difference. The only issue that I have here is there is concepts like phenomenal food concepts, and they allow smoking in those concepts. And now imagine a chef goes through his day curating a menu for you, sourcing the ingredients. His team just worked 14 hours so that you enjoy something, but somebody's smoking Marlboro Gold right beside you.
Yeah.
It takes away from that experience. So I love the concepts and restaurants here where they say, please go to the bar. Time and place, right?
Time and place. But you see that concept also growing over time?
I see it staying where it is because it's the culture. It's not that it's a trend or it's a fad, it's a culture. Since I've been in Dubai as a kid, family, when we would come here, to the time I've lived here, it's the same concept. It's every place has the shisha and the cigarettes.
But you see that growing?
No,
further?
I see it staying where it is.
Staying where it is.
I don't see it like
Yeah.
every place is going to have it. I don't see it expanding. I see it just how it is right now is how it's going to stay.
Okay.
Unless Dubai makes a rule and bans smoking, then we're a whole different case.
I think it's getting a little difficult to open up shisha cafes because of the issues with health and smoking.
I don't think it's
Licensing point of view.
I don't think it's difficult. As from my experience with a lot of these permit places, they're not changing anything in the rules policy. There's the guidelines, there's the permits, you apply, you hit the notes and khalas. Their trend of electric vape smoking now and these things, that's the only thing that I think is killing it.
But that's bad.
It's bad, yeah. Smoking is not good. Don't smoke.
Yeah. When we talk about the culinary landscape and the culinary scene in Dubai, what is your personal opinion? Is it authentic or is it adapted?
Lately, I've been feeling that it is adapted and it's stagnant and it's bland. Every single prominent destination concept of restaurant
Mhm.
has done the same concept, same house music, same tone, same vibe, same menu. There's sushi on every menu.
Yeah.
Um, so you're tending now to go to more the not the hotspots and not the destination areas. I don't like this concept of every place I go to has, if you actually go look at DIFC, the menus in most of the places in DIFC are copy paste of each other,
Is it? It is. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Even in the
I
Palm,
agree.
go to West Palm. I forgot. I'm not even gonna call them out because the friends are my owners. But I went to some restaurants in the Palm and I was like, I know there are other concepts, and I'm like, you guys did the same menu at that concept here.
Yeah.
You just changed the decor and at the address. You know what I mean? So where's the authenticity? Any concept I've ever done, you'll never see the exact thing. Like even when I do my events and I do my pop-up menus for clients, every recipe is completely different and changed. Eventually, I will use this recipe here and there
Yeah.
for other stuff. But when you're doing something, there has to be its own little custom authenticity to it, in my opinion. And I'm one of those chefs where, yeah, it's maybe pretentious. Like there's an art to what you're doing. You have to take pride. No two art pieces are the same. Picasso didn't go draw this painting and went and did, the stroke is different in each thing. How you do a dish is kind of the same thing.
Very true. Very
And some
well
people
said.
think it's a pretentious answer, but yeah, it's true. Like I believe it's an art. When you get to a certain level of, there's rustic cooking and then there's fine dining cooking, right? And my style cuisine is rustic fine dining because I follow traditional concepts, but I also make sure that I am seen in my food and my styles in the food. And I think that these restaurants, they're so for how do we just make money, which you're in the business to make money,
Yeah.
but also try to find a way to add your small touch. There's concepts that do it. Don't get me wrong. Phenomenal concept, by the way. Middle Child at Al Quoz. If you have not been, you have to go.
Okay.
It's pure hidden gem, and they have this just comfort feel when you eat it. You know what I mean?
But the problem with that, these kind of concepts are not very, very visible, and they're not
Hidden gem, yeah.
hidden gem,
Yeah.
right? So you need a person like you
Mhm.
to tell someone, okay, you need to try that out. A normal person, for example, like myself, is not going to know about these concepts unless we
Well, that's
have
why
a
you can
discussion.
subscribe to my YouTube channel, Valentine the Chef. But yeah,
Please.
that's the whole reason these places are not that seen is because they're not there out in the public, right? They're not there in the hot spot locations.
Yeah.
Like Middle Child is in El Cercal.
Mm.
So if you don't walk through El Cercal, it's not like
You
you're
won't
gonna,
come to know.
because you have to enter the El Cercal and you have to see
Exactly.
it, right? So then it's word of mouth. I judge a business sometimes if I hear about a business like this, concepts I hear about all the time, and then I go onto social media and they're not heavy on social media. I'm like, man, how good is your food that people keep talking about it?
Yeah.
That's where I really want to go. You know what I mean? Word of mouth is the ultimate marketing method. That's
Very
how
true.
you know you have a
True.
concept.
Yeah. What's your favorite burger joint in Dubai?
My favorite burger joint in Dubai?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you my favorite burger and then my favorite burger joint.
Okay.
My favorite burger is by Smoked Eatery.
Okay.
My favorite burger joint is the Sandwich Box.
And
So-
why is that?
Sandwich Box, it's just that it makes me feel like I'm back home in North America. It's that New York, it's that New York hustle vibe of just easy 3-4 items on their menu, perfect smash burgers, potato buns, perfect meat balance, nothing too crazy, nothing ordinary. I hate the burgers that are so extravagant. Smoked Eatery, they won #1 burger like 3 times, I believe, and their burger is just so well balanced, and it's 18 dirhams.
Okay.
Like 18 dirhams for a smash burger. Phenomenal.
What is your favorite brisket or barbecue spot in Dubai?
Brisket's my favorite brisket spot in Dubai is SMK. Ironically,
SMK,
same
yeah.
owners of Smoked Eatery.
Okay.
But SMK has this beautiful vibe to them. Like you just feel like, yo, I'm back in. Can you listen to me? You just feel like, yo, I'm back in somewhere down south.
Yeah.
The brisket comes, that tray. They have their sausage is amazing.
I like the burnt ends out there.
Their burnt ends. Oh my god. Only thing, and I say this, Samah Sherif, cornbread. That's all they're missing. Cornbread.
Yeah.
Cornbread is what you justify brisket spot.
Mm.
And a second to them is, oh my god, what's their name? 7 Brisket. 7 Brisket. I'm trying to remember. He's a Lebanese guy, Lebanese Australian guy.
Where is this?
7 Brisket. It's here at Al Quoz as well.
Which was
So
that place we had gone? What was the name of that place in Satwa?
Smoking Seven.
Smoking Seven.
Yeah. So if I was to personally say what my favorite brisket is as my Valentine recommendation, SMK Smoking Seven.
Okay.
The rest, sorry guys, if you're gonna get mad because I know you know me. I just feel like they're good, but it ain't it.
Mm.
I want to go somewhere where it's a vibe, it's fun. I'm not going just simply because like I know the owners. I'm going generally, and people who know me know I can still be friends with you. I will tell you if your product is garbage.
Yeah.
I'm a very upfront person with that stuff because I expect people to, if they have my food and like it's just not it. Thank you. How do I improve? I'm very prideful of what I do. Smoking Seven SMK across the board. Hit it. Smoking Seven, new concept. They entered the market 6, maybe 7 months ago.
Oh, it's very new.
Very new. Phenomenal brisket. Phenomenal. Even the team there, the chef, everyone there, they're doing really good stuff. What I will say, everybody's lacking cornbread.
Mm.
I'm gonna keep saying this till I see cornbread, because that for me is like, what's the perfect accompaniment? Even like biscuits.
Yes.
Like cornbread biscuits, like that's the comfort food of down south when you're having the biscuit. You know.
Do you think the fine dining concept in Dubai is more expensive compared to the western part, or it's comparatively cheaper out here?
Look, it's funny. Depends where in the West.
You take the major cities: London, Paris, New York.
I would say pure fine dining in Dubai is more expensive.
More expensive.
Three times more expensive.
And why would you say? Why is it?
Just because it's Dubai. It's your positioning, right? You're not paying, like, I'll give you for example, Verde.
Yeah.
Not Verde Four Seasons, not, and Verde Beach. That same concept back maybe in Miami, LA, it'd still be expensive, but just because it's in Dubai, it's where it is positioned in the hotel, where it is in location, their food, their ambiance. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more pricey. Predominantly, you're talking about, when we're saying expensive, 150 dirhams, sorry, $150 to $200 roughly. So the profit margin, the price margin is not really much difference, but you can charge a little bit more where you are in Dubai simply on location.
That means the profit margins for the operators are much higher in Dubai as compared to the Western.
Because you're covering rent.
Yeah.
Right? You're covering, think of it this way again, Dubai Hills Mall, small location, 4 million dirhams.
Yeah.
Like you have to really be making, let's do some simple math.
Yeah, let's do that.
4 million divide by 12. That means every month to break even, I'm sorry, to pay rent.
That's your rent.
That's your rent.
Yeah.
330,000 dirhams.
Yeah.
That's just the rent. Let's talk about staffing. So let's say 330,000.
You roughly have to make $1 million in terms of revenue to probably.
You have to make, usually I would look at it as I have to make 1.5x more than what my rent would be. So 300, I would have to make about 800 if I want to say I'm breaking even and I'm profiting, because you're still counting overhead. You have food costs, you have labor costs, you have marketing costs.
Yes.
The hidden costs that come in hospitality. I'd say sometimes the hidden cost can be more than your overhead. You know what I mean?
So hidden costs like?
Wear and tear, damages in the kitchen, permits, some municipalities that come through. Like there's so many things that pop up. The most common one is the wear and tear. What happens in the kitchen? Like during a service, things break all the time. I had a client call me last week. We just did a fit out and a new concept. And for Ramadan, I'm doing a pop-up dinner there. And he called me panicking. He's like, this convy oven that he's been using, he's been so busy. The convy oven broke on the spot.
Ooh.
And now he's paying a company to come fix it. They fixed it twice. So he's like, do you know anyone that can come and fix it? I'm like, can you send me just what, out of curiosity, can you send me how much you've spent so far on this to return? And I said, I'm like, brother, you could have just gone here. And I sent him a picture of a brand new one.
Yeah.
So you see what I mean? Like the hidden cost there. But again, for a lot of these restaurant owners, they just want to make sure that they're staying operational so that they keep making money. Hidden cost, you just spent 10,000 dirhams more than if you just went to buy a new one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And then you now just bought yourself 3-4 years with the level of business you're with.
True.
So
true. So Dubai is more expensive
Yeah.
in general in terms of fine
Derailed,
dining.
yeah. It's more expensive.
Yeah.
But again, hold up. We're talking about Western. Saint-Tropez is way more expensive. Monaco is way more expensive. You go to
Yeah, but
Mykonos.
those are real hotspots of.
Dubai is one of the number one hotspots. We live in the greatest, genuinely economically, we live in one of the greatest countries and areas in the world.
Mhm.
It is the hotspot. It is.
It is definitely.
So if you want to talk about Monaco, you want to talk about Saint-Tropez, you have to talk about Dubai.
So compared to those locations, Dubai is cheaper.
I would say just a little bit,
Okay.
right underneath.
Okay. So you have your Monaco, Saint-Tropez, Dubai, and then you have your London, Paris,
Yeah.
New York.
And again, I feel, London for me is Western. I refer to London as a Western
Yes. Yeah.
thing. So I think their markets there, if you like, for example, if you go to London and then you go to New York for the same restaurants, same meal, same concept, you're going to pay the same thing. If you go now do that in Paris or Monaco, it's going to be maybe 50 euros more.
Mhm. Okay.
It just really depends on where you're going with it.
Okay. Fair. So traditionally, all the fruits and vegetables what we see out here in the supermarkets is all imported.
Mhm.
Yeah, we don't have
Yeah,
cultivation of
sadly. Yet.
It's changing.
They're working
It's
on it.
changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot
It's
of
changing.
farms that, if you go to Ras Al Khaimah, you go to
Alain.
Al Ain,
Yeah.
they have all these new green farms and they're doing soil manufacturing, which is
Yeah.
a whole different
Yeah.
conversation to
Yeah.
have.
But as of right now, we're more import dependent. Yeah. Do you think the origin of the product matters in the taste?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Your quality of ingredients matter. I always refer back to, if you go to Lebanon, where I'm from, if you have the fruits or the tomatoes from there, and then you go to the store and you have a fruit and tomato, it's night and day.
Mm.
The sweetness, the acidity, the texture, the ripeness, as opposed to something that's been sitting already for a week or two, right? Um, I always will refer back to farm to table. I'm a farm to table chef. What does that mean? Restaurants, I will go wake up early in the morning. That's the beautiful part about back home, which I don't think Dubai has yet. Wake up early in the morning, directly get fresh produce that's been picked up.
Mm.
Pick what you want for the day. You can do your special menus. Fresh fish market, go to the butchers. Dubai, you really have to plan in advance because it doesn't have that style of accessibility,
Yeah.
right? So that doesn't mean that food's not fresh. It just means that you're not having the same freshness and quality as you would from the farm to table style back home. You have very top quality producers here that import from amazing parts of the world, but you're talking about 1 week of transportation.
Yes.
How long does it have to sit at the port till it gets cleared from customs? So let's say 10 days. That 10 days, then by the time it gets to it's gone through so many different channels already. By the time it gets to the grocery store, how long is it sitting in the back till it's probably on the shelf? So the fact it still gets to the grocery stores, they're still in good quality, but it's still not the same. So your quality of produce is everything when it comes to the freshness of an ingredient.
Matters a lot in the food that you make.
Of course.
Is gluten-free food a real health necessity or more of a modern trend?
No, I think it's a health necessity.
Yeah. Why would you say that?
I personally, I actually struggle from gluten. Like I notice if I eat something very glutinous, how I feel afterwards. Some with way modern day food has been structured or engineered.
Mm.
The gluten aspect, which is what it does to you, how you feel lethargic, people who have gluten intolerance, it is a real thing. It's not a trend, right? It's not like being vegan or being like what a trend is. People say, I want to have organic. Organic food is a trend. And I'll tell you
Okay.
exactly why organic food is a trend. Real organic food, you go to your backyard, plant your own seeds, harvest it, grow it, take it inside. That's organic because it has not gone through any channel. So organic does not mean no pesticide. It does not mean no chemical. Just means usually no GMO, or it also means that they have not gone through the same procedures to prolong it as normal. So if all these guys, when I was growing up, and I would ask them about like their whole organic process, they would laugh. They'd say, "Man, people will pay $4 more for something because it has an organic stamp
Yeah.
but just simply because we didn't spray this chemical and we sprayed this instead.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you're paying for the chemical at that point. Real organic, real true organic. Go plant it yourself, harvest it yourself, take it inside.
I'm going to hit the main topic that we were discussing
Let's get to it.
before we started rolling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So let's expand on that, and let's take it make it more informative for our audience in terms of the cafe scene out here. Yeah. So if you can just elaborate more as to what are the nice spots here, what are the do's and don'ts to see in a cafe which are authentic, which are not authentic, which are just copy paste of other models.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. You know what we were talking about before we started rolling was how are cafes operating, how are they profiting, and their location.
Yep.
Everybody here nowadays has a cafe. I had cafes when I first came to Dubai. It's the simplest concept to open. It's the most cost-efficient concept to open. However, what people are doing wrong and what they're doing right. What they're doing right is the right location, the right concept that's organic. It's not forced, and it has its own, artesian aspect to it.
Yep.
What people are doing wrong is every corner, every district between Maidan to Palm to Jumeirah, every corner has just a standalone mom and pop cafe shop. However, they're there simply for the money. It's not the cafe aspect that people will go out of their way for, because they're sourcing their beans from the same suppliers. They're sourcing their products from the same bakeries that already have it ready, and it's just delivered, plug and play. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just you're not going to get the same experience out of a cafe shop like Luna. Luna's ambiance, its decor, its vibe, its food, its quality. So you're subject to what's your goal in this industry if you want to get into the cafe side. Do you want to, and as a restaurant developer, when I sit with clients and I do the consultation, my whole aspect is, what is your goal? Do you just want to do something to say that you have a business and you want to make money? Or do you want to do something to stand out? That helps me understand budget, helps me understand direction, helps me understand location.
Yeah.
Right? I think we can agree here, there's all these real estate podcasts, and if you notice the common trend, it comes down to one thing: location. Why? Footfall, accessibility, destination. Are people going to go out of their way to Deira the same way they're going to go out of their way to the Palm or to Jumeirah? No. So you're hitting different dynamics and different clientele. If you go to Dubai Hills, there's all the cafe shops are where?
In the mall.
In the mall.
Yeah.
However, there is inside the bureaus, inside, I don't know, they don't call them bureaus here. It's so American. Inside the not offices. Cul-de-sacs. Cul-de-sacs, sorry.
Yeah.
Cul-de-sacs. Is that a term in Dubai? Cul-de-sacs?
Cul-de-sacs
Yeah.
is basically a round circle.
The cul-de-sacs here, there is coffee shops, little hidden ones there, but then they go more towards the breakfast route.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So again, those people are doing the right job because they're catering to their clientele and demographic.
A lot of people are setting up cafes with, you rightly said that, it's more of the profitability and, just having a business rather than creating that concept, creating that product, essentially. Yeah. But like you said, they're shifting away from coffee to food.
Yeah.
The breakfast part of it. Yeah. Essentially, the coffee is not being the highlight of the cafe, so to speak.
True, very true.
Yeah. You pointed out a name of a cafe, Luna. Yeah. According to you, which are the other cafes which are, if not the same level or of a good level, where people can visit and have that experience?
Listen, if you go to Elco's, there's too many to list. That way they specialize. My mind's blanking right now. There's one cafe, they specialize in a special blend of Ethiopian coffee.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the name right now. I'll have to send it to add in the bio here. Why they're so good with this blend is they went to the farm directly. The owners, they went to the farm directly themselves. They found the roastery themselves. They built the roastery. They experimented with so many different types of roasts, the percentage of roast, and especially how they want to deliver the package from either commercial or from mass production. Like they went through every stage of the process. That coffee shop has built their whole, even their design is like an Ethiopian concept.
Okay.
Right? They're not Ethiopian people at all. They said, okay, this is where we're sourcing our beans. So this is kind of the trend that we're.
You want to show that heritage where it comes from.
Look at it this way. If you're gonna do one thing, do it right, and that's what they specialized. Not to say that people are not using good beans. It's just there's levels to this game, right? There's a brand / business here where they specialize in roasting your coffee, They will B2B white label it to your brand. If you want to have your own, like let's say, they want to have Dubai uncovered coffee. They will white label it. They'll do a special blend roast for you. They'll send it to your store. They'll give you the machine. They'll give you all the setup. They'll come to you every 2 weeks to make sure that your machine is maintained and that your staff is trained.
Okay.
Right? They are known for all the small mom and pop coffee shops.
It's applying to everyone.
Because what they do is they, like, for people that don't know the industry, don't know the game, they're just in it for money. A lot of entrepreneurs, by the way, a lot of people don't realize this. A lot of entrepreneurs in Dubai who have crypto businesses, real estate business, construction, they open a coffee shop. Why? It's also a way of having your office and your meetings done there.
Place to socialize.
It's a place to socialize. So they're not in there for making money necessarily. They're not in there for being something special or out of the blue. Because it's funny how many times I've sat in a meeting where guys are like, all right, so we want to hire service and we want to build a coffee shop. Great. No, the guys, we just need a place with coffee and chairs. Okay, great. It's a payday for me. I get the job done. It's nothing there. They don't care about all the specialness. They just need something to sit in where they can have their clients come in and they can do whatever. So you see what I mean? You either focus on that route or you focus on the route of completely lucratizing, not being lucrative and being artistic with it.
Yeah. But essentially that happens in a lot of industries. Right?
100%,
there are some people only for the money, some people for the passion for what the product is,
Absolutely.
Regardless of whether it's profitable or not profitable.
But why go into something if it's not going to be profitable, right?
End of the day, if you do it right, and if you give it time, I believe, it's going to be profitable. It's just that you have to be in the game for a longer period to understand how it functions.
Exactly the nail on the head. It's the patience and understanding that you have to ride the wave. People go into it saying, well, it's a low overhead, so I'll break even in 6 months. If you're lucky, or it's a low overhead, you have no direction into it, and it continues to be low overhead, low return. So you said it best.
But locations do matter, right? Which are the upcoming locations you feel it's good to set up a cafe?
Upcoming locations that it's good to set up a cafe. You know what? This is, people would disagree with me. Midriff. People, and I'll tell you why. Because you're not catering in Midriff. What's the demographic there? Locals. Majority of locals, right? In Dubai, locals love coffee shops. Like 24/7. Every coffee shop you go to, there's locals there. Midriff is a location where there's a lot of new developments that are coming up there. Some of the communities are being remodeled. If you're going in for a modest coffee shop or modest cafe concept, Midriff is a perfect location because you have a set demographic that will come. Your business will be steady. You're not necessarily going to have people coming out of your way for it, but you will have a steady line of business.
The catchment area will be your target audience.
And a friend of mine, Basil, actually, about a year or 2 years ago, him and I were sitting at his restaurant that he had here in Jumeirah, and he was explaining to me that this up and coming spot would be Midriff. I was against that. I was like, no, it doesn't make sense. He's like, just watch. As I've done some concepts and I've had over there, it is such a fast growing trend for small businesses in that area simply due to the local demand. Okay.
So Midriff is one.
Midriff is one. I'm trying to remember what the after Jumeirah 3 is called here. I'm not a real estate agent, so the what's it called?
More towards internally?
No. So Jumeirah 3 past Bayoli. What's that area called? Sabah. I'm not a real estate agent. Forgive me on location areas.
So you're talking about...
So where Jumeirah 3 is, you go in past Baoli. There's a whole new development that's being done there. This is where you need Bardia. But this is where you need Bardia. Those areas over there, it's fantastic because everybody wants to have something in Jumeirah 3, but it's already overpopulated. So go a little bit more down the line, you have now a whole new Jumeirah side that you can play with.
But that's more towards Jumeirah 1, huh?
Is it Jumeirah? Where Satwa
is? Jumeirah 1. Satwa is Jumeirah 1. Jumeirah 3 comes to Sokem.
Yes, you're right. So it's in Jumeirah 1.
Jumeirah 1.
Yes. And so every time I'm driving down there, I was just there 3 days ago, and I'm looking up, and in one area, there's 15 shops being built.
So that's Jumeirah Garden City with the whole location is coming up.
Yes.
You have a lot of private developments. You'll have an ample supply of retail available there. Because all those developments have retail on the ground floor.
Exactly. So I was telling you, I was driving by and I'm seeing all these shops. Average rent there, I'm going to estimate from now is going to be about 250 to 300.
No.
And you're right. You think more?
Yep.
Oh,
Absolutely.
There we go. So
It's selling for about 3,000,
right here on Al
3,500
Wasl, the
dirhams.
average rent is about 200, 300 for a small 700, 800 square feet shop.
Yeah.
So if that's the case over there, and it looks like there they have a bigger plot size.
Bigger spaces.
So maybe you're right. But I think that's going to be, you're going to see a lot of trending cafes coming up there.
Okay. Essentially, what the cafe culture out here is, you don't have these mom and pop stores in buildings on the ground level.
No, it's too expensive. It's too much to rent.
No, but more so the concept is you need a coffee shop in a mall.
Sorry, I'll say this: suicide. Full suicide.
Exactly.
I am one of those people where unless I have a brand, and that restaurant is doing phenomenal numbers, and I have the room to just flush it down the drain, then I will go to a mall. It is such, and I will say this, when people can, the mall people can get pissed off. It is such a waste of money going into a mall if you are just a small brand or a brand that is not on a global scale. The rent is unreasonable.
Yeah.
Seriously, the rent is
Absolutely.
unreasonable. The fit out is subject to what you essentially can afford there. Like, you have to be a big brand to be able to afford it.
It's expensive.
Fit out there.
It's expensive.
It's extremely expensive. I had a friend looking at a location in Dubai Hills Mall, and I don't know if I'll get in trouble for saying this, but his shop there, very simple, modest concept. He shows me the lease. We're talking about, for that spot, 4 million.
Yeah.
4 million AED. Now, do you understand how much sales you have to make?
It's not affordable for any coffee shop.
Brother, it doesn't make sense. So
Yeah.
you're asking, and then some people ask, how come malls die down? Well, because it's the same thing. It's just commercial. It's commercial, and it's mass global concepts that come in. So, and you have favoritism. If you're a brand like Costa Cafe, a brand like Starbucks, you're gonna get a prime retail spot because you're a name. Small places like you and I that we want to open up, we can't afford that.
But how do these people survive then? Their price points are even lower than
On
a
the back
traditional
end, I want
coffee
to
shop.
say it's washing your money. On the front end, I don't really think that they're surviving. I think they're breaking even, right? Like, it depends on the mall as well.
But
You're gonna
breaking even also looks difficult. Like, I'll talk about Dubai Hills Mall. Yeah, I don't know. We'll get into trouble or no, but talking too much about Dubai.
It is
Hills
my
Mall.
favorite mall in Dubai,
Yeah.
by the way. So I will say that.
Yeah.
Please don't ban.
It's a beautiful mall.
Yeah.
But you see a lot of these coffee shops going empty, bang, middle of the day or late in the evening where the crowd is, they're empty. And you guess, sometimes you ask, will they survive?
Yeah, you go there. Well, you go there every single time I go to Dubai Hills Mall. You're walking through. There's one or two people sitting in the coffee shops. That 50 to 80 dirham bill is not going to cover.
It's not going to cover anything.
So again, it comes down to how are they profiting? Well, we really don't know. But you can have an estimate of, they're relying on a peak period. And we can agree Dubai has a peak period of business, maybe five months of the year, where like business is full on steady. You have another 2 months where business is up and down. Then you have the quiet months, which is summer. So they're relying on those peak months to make their money and then carry them out through a portion of the year.
But that trend has changed a bit. You have two, 3 very slow months, and the rest of it is pretty moderate.
No, and F&B, no, sorry. F&B, I disagree. F&B, you have a solid 5 months where it's profit. Push it to 2 months where it's 60, 70%. So 7 months, let's say. Then you have a month where it's you're lucky if you get by and you're breaking even.
Wow.
Summer is very quiet for businesses here. Everyone in F&B, I think they're realizing that they have to do something that's cost efficient, something that's trendy, just to keep them afloat.
How do you pull in the crowd in the summers then, in those 2 bad months?
You have to have a space that AC, air conditioning.
Yeah.
But B, it's also like people will come out of their way in this heat to come sit and lounge here. And it's not that it's completely zero. I'm not saying that's dead. I'm saying that it's not enough footfall to cover, and profit.
Oh, so you don't break even that month.
You're lucky if you break even, right?
Yeah. Okay. A lot of new locations are coming up. Dubai as a city is expanding. Yeah. You see the similar concept playing out in different areas and locations as well. Like you said, a lot of cafes will prefer the ground floor retail spaces. A lot of these new locations are coming up with ground floor retail spaces availability, and they're not predominantly with the top developers. They're private developers who've sold these spaces to investors, and they would want to rent it out.
I'll tell you why. The top developers, they actually, if you go to like Nakhil and you go to Imar,
They only rent out the premises. They don't sell.
they don't. Yeah, they only rent out the premises. But even their process there is very, very tough,
stringent. Yeah.
because you have to have a proof of concept. You have to have a business profile plan.
Yep.
Show them like, how does your concept fit within their brand portfolio, not brand portfolio, sorry, their brand image.
Their brand image.
It has to fit in. There's been times, like I had this most recently 2 weeks ago. I had a burger concept approach me. They had a list of 4 or 5 locations that they were interested in. I call my commercial partners. I'm partnered with a lot of commercial agents. I said, look for me these places. I have to submit them like 10 documents, and then we can't even go look at the spot until
you're approved.
That's the right way of doing it too. And simply, it's each spot there was rejected. Why? It doesn't fit this area. Doesn't fit this area. Oh, this area, it's more. This is too artistic for our residential area. Our demographic here is more retired. This one's more family.
Okay.
So I disagree. I think that it was a good concept. I think it fits in. But at the end of the day, how does this fit the image, right? The private developers, their goal is just they just spend all this money building a unit. They just want to sell it, right?
So they've sold it. It's going to be private individual investors whom this concept will have to deal with in the future.
But very rarely are the people that are putting the food concept the one buying the unit.
No,
very rarely.
Yeah.
I'll say almost next to none.
Yeah.
It's you buy it and I rent it from you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that will create a lot of availability for concepts like these in newer areas.
Correct.
Yeah. So my part of my question was, do you think this expanding in different regions, different locations of the city, or you're just going to be restricted to the main prominent areas?
I think for now you'll be restricted to the main prominent areas because people will go where they're comfortable, and they're comfortable where everybody is and trending. Until the new areas, like for example, there's the Palm Jabal Ali coming, and then there's what's that side called?
Dubai Island.
Is it Dubai Island?
Dubai South, Dubai Island.
Like where the new airport is.
Yeah, right? Dubai South.
Dubai South, Imar South. You're gonna have a lot of concepts coming up there, and right now people are looking for those concepts. You're not gonna have people running to that yet because that place is not gonna be developed for another 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have the people rushing to be a destination. Palm Jabal Ali is not for another
10 years.
10 years, 15 years.
Easy.
So the answer to that now, people are going to stay. Where that's going to change, it comes down to how much does that become the next generation. There's the new downtown. There's Dubai Creek Harbor. Dubai Creek Harbor, when it opened up, I remember when I first moved to Dubai and I was looking for places to live, I did a full study on Dubai Creek Harbor. I love it. I think it's a phenomenal area. But because it's so out of the way, right? Every time there's a place that's available, there's 3 restaurants right now on my phone that are for sale in
Dubai Creek Harbor.
Dubai Creek Harbor. Yeah. Clients that'll message me, hey, I have money right now. I'm liquid. I really want to get into something. I take them to Dubai Creek Harbor. Like, man, that 20-minute drive there, I can see their mind changing. Like, well, I'm not coming out here. Clients won't come out here. And I have to tell them, like, you're catering to the people in Dubai Creek Harbor.
Exactly.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
But people always say, well, how do people come out of their way to me, right? That's the goal. Is even myself in this industry, how long, whenever I open a concept, I'm thinking like, how do I get people to come out of the way from me? I personally would not open in Dubai Creek Harbor simply because of where everybody is right now.
So if you had to open up for yourself, your money, where would you open up?
At the moment, I would open up in where like Bowley is,
Jumeirah 1. J1.
That for me, it's one of my favorite areas. People are coming out of their way for it all the time. Baoli is the top concept there. They've killed it. They've done a phenomenal job. If I was to open up my beach club concept, it would be there. If I was to open up more of a contemporary fine dining concept, I would do something in Jumeirah, El Wasl 3. Like I just think this is a phenomenal strip.
The whole belt from Jumeirah 1 to Jumeirah 3.
It's a phenomenal, man. In downtown, you have DIFC.
Yeah.
You have some hidden corners here and there, but everything's condensed to DIFC. In the Palm, you have West Palm, and then you have everything that's in the hotels. Right?
Yes.
So if you're talking about just something that is a neutral hotspot destination, it's easy access for locals and expats, it's Jumeirah.
But these places are overly saturated in terms of concepts. They're expensive.
Hmm.
So they're not for small concepts, they're for big budget concepts,
Hmm.
these places. If somebody with mid to low budget would want to do, then he naturally would have to expand within the internal part of the
Yeah,
city, right?
that's where I go to. That's where I'll go to more El Khuz. You know, a lot of people now actually. It's funny. Barsha,
Barsha is a very,
Barsha,
yeah,
Barsha
very
is
prominent.
it's a very low startup cost in Barsha.
Yeah.
But you're also, because that's your demographic there, is not you're within a certain tax bracket,
Yeah.
right? If I was to also answer your question, Business Bay is a very good, modest. Like there's a lot of places that come up for sale all the time there. So when I sit with clients on the consultation of getting them into a new spot and doing the fit out, we look at Business Bay. You can find spots between 200 to 300 for rent.
Yeah.
Between 1,000 to 1,500 square feet. Easy access for some places. Some places it's more of a little hidden gem, but it's also a very good, to your question. That's a very good
So
location.
slowly you see over the next 5-7 years these concepts expanding to the other parts of the city as well.
10. I'll say 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 years, because you cannot. Dubai changes every 2 years. Honestly,
Yeah,
every 2 years
absolutely.
Dubai changes.
Absolutely.
Since I've been here, it's changed 3 times.
Yeah.
And so, if you follow the current trend of how everything is going now, no, it's staying centered at where it's
Okay.
at. But you also have to look at demographic. How many new developments and new projects are coming to Dubai? I sound like a real estate agent.
Well, that's fine.
Like how many?
No, this is very informative for a
you have
lot of
to-
people. This is
But
very
you have to
informative.
look at it this way, right? How many new places are coming to Dubai? How many new demographics?
Yeah.
How many new bureaus are coming? So when those places are done, then you can start to look at the estimation. Like for me, the areas I will not go to Silicon Oasis, not go to Barari, will not go to Deira, Karama, Old Dubai,
Yeah.
Bur Dubai. Those places, they are not for the concepts that I personally would do, and for the demographics that I want to hit.
So you're looking at more so of people within a certain tax bracket.
Within a certain tax bracket, within
Yeah.
a certain demographic, within a certain even culture.
Yeah.
For example, if I want to do a fine dining concept, like my background, a lot of people know me from steaks, right? I will not cook a steak past medium. Locals in this region love steak well done,
Well done. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like it comes down to like I have to know my clientele. So if I'll struggle with that concept in Jumeirah. So I wouldn't do that steak concept in Jumeirah, because there's one, oh my God, I can't remember this restaurant we went to. Beautiful decor. It was one of the best food, like restaurants I've had in a while here. And I was probably the only one that was not in a traditional like local chain.
Uh-huh.
And every local's table I'm looking at had steak, had fish in it, but every steak was well done
Well
to the
done.
top. Being my size, I'm looking at everyone's table, bird's eye view. I'm like, so I'm talking to the guy beside me because he heard me speaking Arabic, but then he heard my accent. And so I asked him, like, hey, question, like, why'd you burn your steak? He says to me, he's like, brother, you want to eat your cow moving. I want to eat my cow dead. I said, okay, man.
Well said. I want to take for the audience here. Yeah. If somebody would want to start off as a chef in this city, what are the do's and don'ts that a person really needs to take care of while starting up here?
That's a great question. That's a phenomenal question. Now, if they're starting off as a chef or in restaurants.
Let's first go with the chef, and then we'll go with the restaurant as a owner and not as a chef, but primarily as a chef. If somebody had to use that as a career opportunity.
So to answer that question for you, I'll say it in 2 different ways. Because the culture here is not. So I didn't go to culinary school. I did something called a stage. Stage, for people that don't know, is an apprenticeship. Like I've worked in so many different atmospheres as a chef, restaurants in different positions, that I got real world experience. Paid education is what I call it.
Oh, very nice.
And so there were like the great chefs, a lot of these old chefs, like, they're not guys that sat in culinary school. They're guys that went and they did stage. They jumped in the world. They worked under chefs that yelled at them, screamed at them. They worked in high pressure. They worked in atmospheres that was not by the book.
Mm.
Not two restaurants are the same. I would recommend any chef to go through that route. However, Dubai doesn't really have that accessibility where you can go walk to each store, give a resume, and say, "Hey, can I work
Yeah.
for you?" Right? We all know the process here and how it's very different. That's more of a North American side. So what I would say to chefs here is find any place that you can just get your foot in the door with, right?
Okay.
Um, and learn it from the ground up. Start genuinely from the ground up.
Even without the education part, no
Yeah, because
culinary.
education, like, listen, there's being a chef, from my opinion, and from my experience, it's not about going to culinary school. Culinary school is good. It's great for foundation. You learn the proper cuts, you learn the proper measurements, you learn the technique, how to store things. You learn, you know, all the basics.
Yeah.
But what's the best way to learn anything? Jump right into it, right? My route of being a chef was very untraditional. I never wanted to be a chef growing up. So if everyone knows me and sees me on social media, I grew up wanting to be in TV and film, and that's what I've done. Over the past 16, 17 years, I just knew how to work in restaurants. And being a chef is what helped me get by, struggling actor.
Okay.
I grew into being a chef because I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the journey. I fell in love with the food, the concept. And through all the ups and downs, how well do you love something that it can completely suck you dry, rock bottom, and you still push through it to get back on top? That's how you know you love something,
Yeah.
right? So if you want to be a chef, understand that the journey there is completely what you want to make out of it. Go, start at the bottom, learn the stations, learn the cuisine, find a cuisine you want to learn,
Mm.
right? I was always obsessed with Japanese cuisine,
Okay.
obsessed with it, like
Okay.
because I love the Japanese culture, their philosophy on food, how they approach food, the respect, the ihtaram that they have for the food.
Yeah.
And so when I was young, I was one of those 16-year-olds like obsessed with omakase, right?
Mm.
Then I was obsessed with their techniques. And okay, once I got that, I discovered a new cuisine. So then I was obsessed with that cuisine. So throughout my journey, I would have every year a different kind of obsession in a cuisine, and I would learn and I adapted and I grew. So when people ask me how do I cook these continental menus, is because I learned.
Over the years, you've
Yeah,
mastered the
I
art
mastered
of
them.
yeah.
So you have to go. You have to put yourself in those environments and understand you're not going to be a head chef right away. You're not going to be a sous chef right away. You're
Mm.
going to spend 3-4 years working as a commis, work your way up to chef de partie, work your way up to sous chef, then head chef. Then if you're lucky and you really break the barrier, you can be an executive chef. Which for me, why I love being an executive chef is I love curating a menu.
Mm.
I love being the one to CDC. I love being the one to decide what the clients and what the restaurant is going to have. Right? That's the fun part of the job. I didn't know that till I went through every channel.
Yeah.
Right? I remember when I was young, how do we decide what restaurant has this menu? People just come in and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
we're gonna make this pasta. We're gonna make this steak." No, like someone has to curate the menu. There's
Yeah.
a flow to the menu. There's a flow to the service. So
And in order to achieve that, you have to pass through let's say, the dog years of any industry that you need to go through.
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And if somebody had to put in come in as an investor or start a concept, what would be your advice to them?
Oh, sorry. Say that again.
What would be your advice to them?
If somebody wants to come in as an investor,
Investor or a restaurant owner or a cafe owner or start a new concept, not per se as a chef, but somebody.
my advice to them is have a clear direction of the concept that you want.
Mm.
Have a clear understanding that it's a journey. It's not. There's no straight line. You have steps. You get someone like myself or any person that has been in the industry and does consulting to really guide you through the stages because we know the trial and error.
Yeah.
But you have to have the patience and understand that what you want, is it feasible? Does it make you money? A lot of people come to me with ideas that are honestly, like someone's saying, I'm like, how much money do you have to waste? Realistically.
Yeah.
Let's get you started first. Let's get you operational. Let's get you moving. Then we can do the fun stuff and we can get the sculpture in the middle of the floor and all this stuff.
Okay.
But remember as well, you're not a major brand yet. You're not a destination brand yet. Don't jump to something when you don't know what you're jumping to. It's like, Matrix, when Morpheus is telling Neo to run, and like, if you can't see where you're going to end up and where you're going to jump, you're going to fall to the ground. Most people that come to the industry that don't have a background in the industry, they're gambling. 50% they make it, 50% they don't. right? So you can have precautions and measurements to really get to where you want to go. Have that understanding.
Perfect. Very well said. We'll come to a fun part of the podcast. It's the rapid fire round.
Rapid fire.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna say food. I'm hungry.
We have to wait for another 4 hours for that. So I'll ask you a question. You have to tell me the first thing that comes to your
Pepsi.
mind. Yeah. All right. Burger or steak?
Steak.
Street food or fine dining?
Street food.
Spicy or mild?
Spicy.
Hidden gem restaurant in Dubai?
Middle child.
Middle. Most overrated food trend?
Matcha.
Oh,
Oh my God, I hate matcha.
everybody does. I don't know who likes
We
that.
have to do an episode. Bashing matcha.
Best late night food spot?
Al Beiruti.
Desert dinner or rooftop dining?
Oh, sorry. Rooftop dining.
Rooftop dining. One cuisine you could eat forever?
Cuisine?
Yeah,
Oh, Lebanese.
Lebanese.
Yeah.
One restaurant that defines Dubai?
Oh, great question. Lesserine by Gaia.
It's doing phenomenally well
It's
nowadays.
phenomenal.
Yeah?
It's my date night spot.
You're not the first
I'm
person.
single. But yeah.
You're not the first. You're not the first person to say that. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you open a restaurant tomorrow, what concept would it be?
So I Latin Levant. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's new.
That is my next concept actually. That
Yeah?
we're doing. Yeah.
When are you opening that?
We're planning inshallah ya Rab 2027.
Inshallah. All the best to you.
So thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was a pleasure talking to you.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
What's your number one spot?
My number one spot. I like Lebanese food personally. Yeah, so Beiruti is one of my places that just
Okay, number one cuisine.
Lebanese.
Lebanese.
Yeah, hands down.
Okay. And what's your gluttonous meal?
Don't ask me that.
I have to.
Yeah,
It's everyone.
I'm not a very healthy eater.
So yeah, exactly. What's your gluttonous meal? What's the one thing you don't care what people think if you eat it? Something that your kids right now will be like, Baba, you eat this?
A burger or anything that's unhealthy.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I got a spot for you to go try. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll give you two spots. One is not about health; it's about more destination and fine. And one is completely just gluttony.
Okay.
Okay. I have this weird obsession with ramen.
Okay.
Stupid obsession with it.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to go to a place in Business Bay called Maid Cafe.
Maid Cafe.
It's not like it's not fast food. It's nothing. It's a cafe.
Mm-hmm.
They have, for me, one of just the most hearty and tasty ramens that you will have. You can get it spicy.
Okay.
And then if you want to go somewhere with your family and you want to have phenomenal food, and because you said Lebanese 3 times,
Yeah.
go to Ibn al-Bahar in the Palm.
Ibn al-Bahar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ibn al-Bahar in the Palm. It's in Vista Mari, that area.
Yeah.
Phenomenal Lebanese food. They have seafood. You go inside. They have the ice counter with the fish. You got to pick your fish that you want to
Nice.
have, and get their ceviche. You won't regret it.
Nice.
So those are my 2 recommendations too.
Thanks. Thanks
All right?
a lot.
Thank
Yeah.
you for having me.
Pleasure.
brother.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Make sure to subscribe and like, and we see you for the next episode. Thank you.